Hello everybody, this is Envire, and today marks the third installment of my push to legend. So when I left off, I think I was Commander 3. Again, I'm running my standard armor strike aggressive shockwave deck. I might swap one of the cards out for for life hack later because it's actually a very good strategy, as Marlo in Discord has found out. My opponent 51 cards Elite 2. Pretty good player, I guess. As you can see, I got this YT tag, which is actually really nice. So the developer gave it to me since, well, I make YouTube videos sort of regularly, I guess. And yeah, it's just it provides the effect of another fortune. So effectively, effectively right now I have a 75% chance of doubling credits, which is actually pretty impressive. So let's just focus a little bit on the game. On my opponent DRU, 51 cards, that implies that he's got specs. He hasn't shown any specs yet, so I'm gonna think that he's got. Never mind. Counting energy, I don't think he's got enough to one-shot me next turn, so I should be fine. Putting resilience in a primal hellfire deck is really strange, so I can't help but like jump to the conclusion that this guy's like running a very strange, unorthodox deck that's generally not what you do with a hellfire deck or like a primal hellfire deck. I might show off one of the primal hellfire decks later, but in my opinion, it's a little bit too inconsistent for me because there's like some pretty bad draws that you can get that really just hurt. I mean, to be fair, this deck is also pretty inconsistent because if they play, like I said, if they play Biohazard first or something, you just die actually. It's like, you just die. There's period. So it's actually not that consistent, but I think I've been having pretty good luck with it. Almost 10.80 KDR. I think 8 losses. 8 losses obviously not ideal, but there's not much I can do about that. Was playing offensive charger the better choice? It actually was, but I don't think it really matters. My opponent. Never mind. Fortification. Oh boy. Haven't seen that card in a long time. Maybe it's because it sucks. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this, but looks like the developer did indeed buff my favorite card. No, I'm just kidding. Probably the most broken card in the game before. And he buffed it from 5 damage to 6 damage on the damage catalyzer base. So I can talk a little bit about damage catalyzer while I play a few games. So essentially what damage catalyzer used to do is that it used to scale as much as armor catalyzer, which meant that every turn, so if I would just end off my turn, I would get +2 energy, +2 from the catalyzer, and then when my opponent plays their turn, they would also get +2, and then they would also get +2, and then +2 from the damage catalyzer. So effectively, between each of your turns, your damage catalyzer damage it goes up +8 by itself, like not including overloads and stuff, and that just completely ruins game meta. So you just favorite you just favorite damage catalyzer, and you just whoever draws it first wins, and it was just completely broken. So the developer nerfed it down to 1+1, but then in my opinion, it's actually became really weak. Like the key detail here is you need to be comparing it to Biohazard, right? A lot of people say, oh, it's a replacement for Biohazard and stuff, but you need to be compared, like every time you get killed by a card, you sort of need to compare if this was a Biohazard, would I have died, right? So within the first 9 turns, or like previously, within the first 10 turns, if someone killed you with an damage catalyzer, it would be the equivalent of them killing you with a biohazard. So if they killed you within the first 10 turns, that means that it was like damage catalyzer is not imbalanced and stuff. So I think a lot of people fail to consider that, even with like armor strike or something. With a card like armor strike, a lot of people will say, not armor strike, sorry. Oh shoot, what was the card I was thinking of? Oh, armor piercer, yes. So say I am on 35 like 30 HP plus 5 armor or something, or let's just say I'm like 20, yeah, How about let's just say I'm on 20 HP and 15 armor. So that's like what? 35 combined, and then this guy plays like a 20 damage armor piercer. And a lot of people will say, oh, it's imba, but it's actually not that imbalanced, right? I mean, actually, that's a good point. So you actually wouldn't die there, but actually, that's a terrible example, haha. So let's just say, uh, yeah, I have 30 HP and 5 armor, and then someone kills me with a 30 damage armor piercer. Since armor piercer has base 6, that means that it has gotten 24 armor. So conversely, if we added 24 armor to the biohazard, which is base 15, that's like what, 39 damage, which would have killed you as well. So you think about it, anything up to 9 armor would have the same result playing biohazard as armor piercer. So yeah. Draws here. I'm gonna play this because I have had 2 spec draws. I'm gonna assume armor piercer was a favorite draw. So I'm kind of betting on a chance that there's shockwave, but I'm also betting on the chance that I'm just gonna one-shot him with victory rush. You don't want to. I'm not the greatest fan of putting victory rush in my shockwave decks. It's mainly because of the reason that if I play this right now, I'm not going to be able to draw shockwave, which is probably a damage deck's most key component. So yeah. If I lose a game, I'm going to probably switch to Half-Life just to test some stuff because I heard it was a very good alternative. It's You can put it or you can not. I mean, it's very balanced between whether or not you want to do it. Personal choice, I haven't tested it too much, so I would say that I didn't really want to do it that much. But I don't know. It's always good to give something else a shot, right? Oh boy, that kind of sucks. Can I one-shot him here? So 8 plus 14, it's 26. No, I can't play armor strike here. Kind of sucks. Hopefully I can just body this guy. Let's do some pro counting right here, right? So 4 energy, and let's see what he plays. Well, he can just lag out and give me a free win. That'd be much appreciated. Okay, so 6-6, it'll be 6-2, 8-4 next turn. Next turn, play this. So it's going to be 8-4. Highest damage you can do is 23, which is definitely not enough. 8-4. Let's take a look at what he plays now. He plays the side card, 10 damage. Okay, so it's going to be again 8-4 repeated. What do I play here? I play. Okay, so 8-4 implies that he has to have biohazard in order to kill me. And I kind of doubt that he's got biohazard in hand. But, well, you never know. Plays this, doesn't really matter. I have a 30 damage victory rush here, so I just win. That was a little bit tight. If you had biohazard in hand, I might have lost. But you kind of have to like read their deck. You look at them, it's a shockwave deck, it's a heal deck, whatever, blah blah blah. This is one of the exclusives that I own, Primal Overload, over the 2 top 50 beta players. So yes, I have been playing this game since the beta. And for anyone inquiring, no, I am not selling it. So, haha. Well, I'm on a bit of a streak here, win streak, 7 win streaks, 10.5 KDR. I think that pushes me up to number 1 now. And remember what, I'll show you guys something on the leaderboard in a bit, like after I finish this game. Boom. As you can see on the leaderboard, let's just go here. On KDR, Bro Dobro dropped down to like 6, 7. And this means that I believe he hit legend at about 13, 14 KDR. And my record, as you guys might know, is 17. Yeah, it's just 17 period. So I still keep my world record, which is very nice. I'm definitely not going to make a world record this run. It's guaranteed. I'm sitting on 8 losses, which makes it impossible. Phew. Okay. And this is arguably the worst starting hand. Brawl, Overload, Shockwave, and then they play. No. If one of these was Armor Strike, it would be even worse actually. So that's a good Biohazard draw. 31 card opponent, 2 KDR. 31 cards, 2 KDR is admirable. I have tried a Smurf. I have tried to make a Smurf account and just done like a nothing to legend run, or like a nothing to 600-700 wins, or like full cards. And I might record myself doing that. I've gotten to Soldier 1, I believe. I just played a few games, and well, I won't reveal what KDR I was, but I can tell you that I was on more than a 2 KDR. In fact, actually, I will reveal. I think I was sitting on 7 or 8 KDR, but that's just because of beginning of the season. You're faced against newer players. What's the better card to play here? Definitely Hellfire here, because if I play Victory Rush, even though I can have a Biohazard draw, I'm betting on a Shockwave draw, and this is a lethal next turn, right? So it doesn't really matter. Cool. Good play. So yeah, that was kind of what I was expecting. He's sitting on 34 base. I think playing this is a smart decision. I've got 2 Biohazards. One of them is going to be 19, one of them is going to be like a 15, 15, 19. I don't think he's got enough to one-shot me. Defensive Charge, not a bad card, but luckily I kill him by a hair. So that's why Hellfire Droid here is very nice. Oh, I can go over a quick discussion I had with Marlo on Discord as well. Marlo's a great guy. So what happened is we were discussing whether or not I should be using Hellfire Droid, or let's give him another hand. I've matched against this guy 3 times now. Unfortunately for him, I've beaten him all 3 times. So the question was, should I be using Hellfire Droid or should I be using Guardian Droid? So here, Guardian Droid would have made me do 22 damage because Guardian Droid, all droids activate before the cards. So it would have been a +1 on my armor and then a 22 armor strike. But the idea is that most of my games will last, 20, 30, 2 to 3 turns. And no, like, this is like a ideal situation, but usually these situations don't really happen. So usually my games will last 3-4 turns, and the idea is that this armor strike draw will only give me a +2 with Guardian Droid. However, Hellfire Droid will give me +4 damage, and I'm just only worried about damage here, right? So that makes sense. And I think I'm going to end the video right after I hopefully don't lose to this 29 card Elite 3 player. In this playthrough, I think I'm going to, well, don't speak too soon. We'll play here. We threaten a 22 +1, so it's 23. Even if he has Repair Droid, I didn't pay attention. We still have a lethal. Hellfire Droid, okay. So yeah, so this run, I have gotten a bit of a nice win streak, 13 wins, I believe. So 13 win streak. Oh no, 12 current win streak. My current rank is Masters, and that's gonna be it.